Thank you so much, my audience, for joining me today for my declamation speech of the Gettysburg Address. Here's the camera. Got a good angle? Okay. So first, I'd like to start out with a question. How could a speech made almost 150 years ago appeal to an audience today? Even though the Gettysburg Address was used with older language that maybe we don't use as often, and focuses on problems that happened back then, it still talks about and notes inner struggles and gives wisdom on how to overcome them. Even I have learned 3 truths from them. First, tested promises take work to be kept. Second, we should never forget what people have sacrificed for you and that we should honor that sacrifice. Third, it is our job as those who still remain to finish what others have started. This speech was given November 19th, 1863 by President Lincoln at Gettysburg, a few months after the famous Battle of Gettysburg. The selection begins. 77 years ago, our founding fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on the great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, both living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated, far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these brave men shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government by the people and for the people shall not perish from the earth. Clearly, President Lincoln is packing a punch as in this speech, as he reveals his heart of restoring the torn nation and also the reminiscence of the struggles of life. I would like to leave with a question. How are we assuring that we continue to keep our promises, honor our people's struggles, and finish their job that they have started? Thank you.